You know, we try to keep it real here, and honestly, I thought about not filming this today because I wanted to film it today, and then I realized today is kind of a tender day for me. It's my dad's birthday. He passed away several years ago. A lot of you will have sort of met him on videos I did throughout the years. It's just, some days are easier than others. I'm sure everybody knows with grief. Some days are just fine, and then other days are just devastating. And somehow the anniversaries of maybe passing, or a wedding anniversary with my parents, or my dad's birthday, it's just like, it brings up a lot of emotions. And I woke up without an appetite, basically. So I was like, that's funny. I'm filming what I eat in a day, and I don't have an appetite for the beginning of the day. So I woke up, I went to the studio. I'm getting my Pilates teacher training certification, so I went and did that. And then I've come back home, and I'm like, I really should eat something, even if I'm not hungry. For those of you who don't know, my dad was also a type 1 diabetic. So in a weird way, oh my God. So in a weird way, it's like, I kind of feel like I really do want to film this today because it's something my dad and I shared, being type 1 diabetic, for better or worse, you know? So bear with me, but I also really always want to endeavor to be as honest as possible when it comes to these things, because there's so many like curated videos that have beautiful food, and maybe people really do eat like that all the time, but sometimes it feels a little bit out of reach. I just want to, as best as possible, be honest on my channel. So that's why I was like, no, still film the what I eat in a day. My dad will be here with me in spirit, and it's the best thing to be honest, even when things aren't perfect. I've got with me here just some yogurt with 2 scoops of protein powder in it. This is an idea that I got from a nutritionist that I've been working with through Nourish, which I've spoken about before on my channel. I will speak about it later because this video is sponsored by them. This is an idea that I got for when maybe my stomach is hurting and I can't get like a lot of food in, or I'm not hungry or something like that. I have my almond milk yogurt, which is really protein packed. Then I put protein powder in it, mix it up. The protein powder is quite nice. It's like a vanilla one. And then I have at least like a really dense protein filled start to my day. It's really actually quite low in carbs, so I'm gonna bolus 18 carbs for this. So we'll go ahead and get that on board. I'm 161 cider going up right now, so I'll do 18 grams of carb, plus I'll use the sensor to correct, get that on board. Mix this protein powder. I mean, talk about like not aesthetic. What is like, this is nothing. Really leaning in the other direction of like really not being aesthetic. Let's just do some beige on beige. Is it aesthetic? No. Is it protein filled and satiating and tasty and going to feed me nutritionally like I need to be fed? Yes. Something I've been working with my nutritionist on Nourish on is getting more protein in. And I know protein's like really in vogue right now. I'm not trying to get like some crazy amount of protein in. I know a lot of people say like 30 grams per meal or 30 grams in the morning or something or other. I'm just trying to make sure my meals are balanced and have a healthy amount of protein present in them. I was gonna say, I promise I won't be like super sad throughout this video, and I'm not going to be per se, but I also know that a lot of you maybe get it, that when you have big feelings in your life, they show up in your mood and your appetite, and that has an impact on your type 1 diabetes, just like everything does. I just wanted to share that to start. And this is a perfect thing to have that's like easy to eat, easy to digest, and packed with nutrients and vitamins because I got that protein powder in there. So this is something like a little hack trick that I've learned from my nutritionist that I'm really grateful for always, but also especially in these moments that are a little bit, you know, you're like, I don't know what to eat, or I don't feel like much, or whatever. I ordered a purse and a key ring off of a place called Bagoo that I had a gift card to. This is what I found. Oh, dust bag. Very fancy. Well, David's gonna be like, what the heck is this? It's simply a horse keychain that like hangs off your bag. I mean, I'm fully aware that I'm a ridiculous human being right now, but like, come on. How could I not? Ooh, oh, so pretty. Hello, this is me with my horse hanging off of my bag, reporting for duty. Everyone's gonna be like, what the heck, this is a weird I eat in a day. I don't care about what Andrea has as purse. If you see me with a horse on my bag, it's like no big deal. It's no problem, it's whatever. But actually, okay, let's get serious for a minute here. Let's bring it back to diabetes. I can put low snacks in the horse. It's like a Trojan horse, you know? They have the things inside them sneaky. Actually, it will be sneaky because what I'll do is I'll keep that in there and then I'll be low one day and I'll have forgotten to pack extra fruit snacks and I'd be like, the Trojan horse saves the day. So actually this is like, we're bringing it right back to diabetes. This is basically a diabetes must have, what can I say? So, yeah. So it's a couple hours later, lunchtime, and I'm definitely ready for some lunch. I just put together a bowl of very easy things that I had pre-prepared in the refrigerator, heated it up, called it a day. So I've got some rice, some sauteed mushrooms that are sauteed in a bit of tamari, so they're quite salty, some tofu cut up, shredded carrots, and then a little bit of greens. I've pre-bolused for this 38 grams. Now that is definitely not the entirety of the meal, but I don't know how much of it I'm gonna eat, and I always like to err on the side of caution and then sort of check in if I'm not sure how much I'm gonna eat. 38 grams, got that on board about 12 minutes ago now, so that should be kicking in because I'm on the Lumjev, so super duper fast acting. And for those of you who don't know, pre-bolusing is just when you take your insulin a little bit ahead of time in order to give it a chance to start working. And that way, it's not like you take your insulin and you eat at the same time and you might get a spike because the sort of peak of the carbohydrates and the insulin don't match up. So the pre-bolus is supposed to help sort of counteract that. I got that on board, especially because there's quite a lot of rice in this. I told you I love carbs, so I want to have that extra oomph coming into the meal. I may just eat half, or I might decide to eat the whole thing, in which case if I were to eat the whole thing, I think I'd pop another 20 grams of carbs to kind of complete this out. That would make it 58, which I think is fair. So that's what I'm having for lunch. That's my sort of walkthrough of what I'm doing insulin-wise, where I'm at blood sugar-wise. And to illustrate the effect of the pre-bolus, I'll put on screen now, I'm 131 side arrow, and I virtually am certain that that side arrow is going to turn into a sideways down arrow because of the pre-bolus taking effect. I can see that's going to take effect, and I can feel it too. I can just feel that my blood sugar is dropping. Not a weird feeling, not a terrible feeling, not a I'm going low feeling, just like a, okay, I can feel something happening. So that just illustrates my sort of thinking. Not that I would wait necessarily to see the downturn in the CGM results, but it is always nice if you really want to try to, surf the wave, as it were, to take a look at those readings and just be like, I'm gonna head straight into my meal now. So that's my thinking. That's what I'm having for lunch. Let's eat. When I was having lunch, I was listening to a podcast, and I just need to express how much I love Lena Dunham. I just really love her. I've been listening to the Not Skinny, Not Fat podcast. It's called The Voice of Our Generation, which is a nod to girls when she says that. I just really enjoy her sort of sense of humor and her like very grounded sense of self and reality, and she brings out also such a wonderful side of the people that she's talking to as well. She somehow like grounds things in reality. I don't know, sometimes when like celebrities are interviewed, it's like, oh my gosh, this is a person that doesn't live in reality and doesn't portray themselves to be human. Sometimes I feel that way. Not always, not always, not always. I just love her. Really recommend. Taking a little break from exercise and study and everything, I wanted to tell you guys about and thank today's sponsor, and that is Nourish. If you guys watched my last What I Eat in a Day video, you'll have seen that I was working with them on that video. I had no idea that we were gonna work together again, and I'm so delighted to be working with them again because I've continued to use their service, not because of any sponsorship, not because of anything we're working together, just because I've loved working with my registered dietitian, Kelly. What Nourish is an online platform that helps connect people with registered dietitians and use their insurance to do so. So Nourish accepts insurance, and 94% of people pay $0 out of pocket. As we know, whenever anything medically can cost $0, I'm all about it because being type 1 diabetic is a lot of things, and one of those things is expensive. So Nourish is this awesome platform that takes you 5 minutes to sign up. You just go to usenourish.com/she's diabetic. You put in your insurance information. They'll give you an estimate of what they think your appointment's gonna cost 94% of the time, $0, merci beaucoup. So you sign up and then you get matched with registered dietitians and you can choose from a whole bunch of them. I was able to filter that I wanted someone that had, specific experience with type 1 diabetes. Kelly also had thyroid disorders on there. I have an underactive thyroid, so that was yeah, this is my gal. Then you have your appointment and it's all from the comfort of your own home on Zoom, which I love because I feel like also as type 1 diabetics, we're always running around to different specialists, different doctor's appointments. Sometimes you have to take time off of work and that can be really costly. What I love about this is you can do it from the comfort of your own home in your own time. And also what I appreciated, in my intake appointment with her, I was able to run to my supplements and be like, oh, I'm taking this one, or I'm taking this brand, or I'm taking this dosage. I could immediately run and get that information because I'm in the comfort of my own home. Several people told me from the last video that they actually have gone ahead and started working with a registered dietitian on Nourish. Wonderful. That makes me so happy. So again, it's usenourish.com/she's diabetic. If you do end up using Nourish, let me know in the comments down below. I'm always fascinated to know what people's experiences are. Just special thanks to Nourish for sponsoring today's video and continuing to work with me. It's easy for me because I love the platform and I love the service that I've had on the platform. So it's a no-brainer. I need a snack to see me through these hunger times just before dinner. I'm proud to present my cowboy caviar. I made this the other day and brought it to a games night thing that was so fun. So I'm just gonna have a little bit of this in a bowl. I'll probably bolus 30 grams of carbohydrate because beans are such wonderful protein, but they are also sneaky little carb fellows, which is no problem at all. But it's just you gotta know, otherwise they sneak up on you. Super healthy, a nice, easy, quick, kind of like a sweet and salty, tangy taste. Just what I feel like before my appointment, which is coming up, so I gotta eat this quick. Just when I thought I couldn't love her more, I love her more. Perfect example of today's visit. I got my zinc out, which I've been taking a lot of, and I was like, maybe I'm taking too much of this. She sorted me out. Now I know how much to take. Got my protein powder out. I was like, is this a good protein powder? Is this okay? Is this clean, third-party tested, etc.? Yep. I'm so happy. So happy. And also eating some watermelon because I'm a little bit on the trending low side. But I'm not gonna have dinner yet because I wanna eat dinner with David and he's coming back. Probably be back just before 8. I like to time up the eating with the Bachelor in Paradise. So, integral. That watermelon and bean, wow, we're really low. I'm 58 side arrow. So essentially what I'm trying to say is the bean salad and the watermelon, that didn't sort me out. Dinner is served. There's something strange about the colors. They're very cohesive and not in a good way, but I'm very excited about it. It's the bean salad from earlier. I fancied some more of that. I got a chicken patty here and cauliflower rice with some corn, some peas, and some pepper cut into it. And I put a little bit of coconut aminos on top of the cauliflower rice. It's sort of like a sweet soy sauce alternative. Very nice. I pre-bolused. I got 30 grams on board. I think that'll be good, especially because I bolused for the bean salad earlier and ended up going low. So I wanted to pull back on that, and really considering the meal, the carbohydrate mainly exists within the bean salad. Cauliflower rice, super low in carbs. There's some corn in there, but like very little. And then the chicken patty, very low on carbs. All told, it's really about the bean salad. So I thought I'll bolus 30 for the bean salad, and then everything else factors into that. We'll see how it goes. I'll catch up with you if I eat anything more. Well, no, let's face it, I will, because I always need a sweet treat. In fact, I have a piece of cake from my friend that she made. Oh my gosh, my friend is so good. She's like a full-blown caterer. She made this cake, and she made it gluten-free. It's like a torte. Oh, I'm salivating thinking. I'm salivating thinking about it. I have friends that are so good at cooking. I am not. But I have some friends, like I have 2 friends in particular that are like spectacular chefs. And I'm so lucky for that. Oh, there's David. Oh!
I'm off of it, bang.
No, but I mean, she was really mounted and ready to go.
I'm not a dancing monkey if you hear me.
Okay.
The first Europeans to settle in Manhattan were the Dutch, and it was called New Amsterdam before they surrendered it, and then it became New York. Are you rolling your eyes at me?
No, it's my low blood sugar. I was just annoyed my blood sugar.
I already said it.
I was annoyed my blood sugar interrupted you.
You got it all. Literally what just happened, you should keep it in, because that is more interesting than what we're doing.
I know I will, but I will. Okay. Oh. It's literally on cue. It's going off. I'm 55 side arrow. Oh, yeah, I know. 55 side arrow. This is so annoying because earlier I took too much insulin with the bean salad. So I took the same amount of insulin for the bean salad plus some other things, and I still went low. But you want to know my interesting fact? You know at the Olive Garden how they have the unlimited salad and breadsticks?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
At what point would they stop you? At what point would they be like, we have to cut this off?
I don't think they would stop you. A human being would cease to be able to eat more.
Do you think that's their stopping point? They're like, we'll rely on the human?
You can only eat so much, I guess. People are like, you should go and get a table with like 5 of your friends, but like one of you is always there, and you just keep coming back later in the day. So like you never left. That they would not like, I don't think.
Well, that was, an absurd evening of a low battle, but we made it through. To be honest, my stomach hurts from that low. It's just so annoying. Of course, I'm blaming myself. Of course, I'm feeling like, well, did I not subtract enough out of the beans, of the fiber out of the beans? Or this is the life of being a type 1 diabetic. Being confused and frustrated, not all the time, but, some of the time, a lot of the time. I often find myself at the end of a day, if I've had really rough blood sugars, blaming myself and being frustrated with myself. I'm really trying not to do that because it just compounds things. It just makes me feel worse, which we don't need that. Right now I'm 107 side arrow. I want to thank you guys today for watching. You really have no idea how vlogging today helped me emotionally get through this day. Not get through it, because every day is a gift, and I believe that. I never want to think about just white knuckling through a day, but when things are a little tender, that helps. I had my peach tart. I split it with David, the rest of the peach tart that my friend Abby made, and she made it gluten-free so that I was able to have it. And it had peaches in it, and my dad loved peaches. There was that special something which food has, that special kind of it's very emotional and evocative. I don't know, there was something special about having something so beautifully homemade that had one of my dad's favorite ever flavors in it. I just really appreciated that. My dad was type 1 diabetic, so of course, there's not a day that goes by that I don't think about him, of course. And, we shared the same condition, my brother and I. We both are type 1 diabetic, so it's like I've just been thinking about him a lot today, of course. Thank you so much for being here. Just know you are important and you are loved. I wish you great, great blood sugars, straight CGM lines, but most of all, I wish you the happiest and healthiest mind with it all, and I will see you next time. Good night.
Back in the day, they had the Dutch East India Company, and they basically were the most powerful country in the world. And then they just surrendered New York, and that was a huge mistake, but what do you do?
Why did they surrender it?
Well, because it was run by the Dutch West India Company, and it was run by a company, and the company didn't want them to be like a real city, and they didn't want to pay for an army because they just wanted to make money. So the English rolled up with like 10 ships and were like, we're taking over. And the governor was like, okay. And then the English took it over and became New York, and then I guess Americans got it back, and then that's how she goes.